Hello and welcome to August 26th, Alpha KR, another fallback at 248. In addition, we had another drop in stochastic strategy. Let's go knock out those numbers. So here we are with the geared performance, and the SPY is 21%. We go ahead and, as I said earlier, our benchmark is January 4th, which is 368.79, which is the black tab on the right. And then the closing price today at 446.26 came out to 21. As for us, we hit a low of 49.12, and that has put us here at 11.2. So you can see from the slide that we have reflected those numbers, and that's it for that. So let's go on now to the main event, and that is, where is KR? And there is KR. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these guys. Okay, so KR, what happened? It broke. It was forming a nice little support here with this doji, and it broke down, but it stopped right just ever so slightly at the 10 EMA, right there. So that stopped. It's hold. Figured that it broke past the low here of 45.13, and the low here is 45.05. So the only other possibility is that we are going to get some build up some kind of support prior to getting stopped out. If we get stopped out, we're going to get stopped out at 43.12, and we'll take whatever money comes off the table, and then minus out of the 22.48 that's owed, and then set up for an entry again. Remember, this is DTE, but with DTE with stops. We are not doing the DTE without stop, which is what YELP and AT&T, T down here, is what's caused it. These two culprits are the main reason why this account and the entire STO strategy is taking a beating, and I admit it's a beating. Now, Telray does not qualify in that. Why? Telray does have a stop. It's at 12.50, and we'll talk about more of that when we get into video 2 for today. So let's go on. 248. What's going to happen? Nothing. There's nothing to do. We already put our stop here. 43.20 is our stop. If it comes down, spikes out, gets out, done. We'll pick up some profit. We'll knock down the owed. It won't be as much as it was at the when it was up here around 15%. I mean 1,500. But it will be a step in the right direction, and at the same time, developing more stringent rules on making DTE work. Now, DTE is a established trading plan, but it's going to be only for real qualified type of investors, and that's going to be deep pockets. Someone who has tremendous amount of patience. It's such as the gentleman from CBS Middle Management that I met and talked about this and first introduced me to it, and he said it himself. It's deep pockets. Now he's committed a $200,000 trading plan, and he does, and then he buys leaps. Leaps are nothing more than options that are over most part over a year. So he buys 12 months. He buys 18 months. He'll buy it. In fact, let's go to the options chain here on KR, and right there, there's a leap. These two are leaps. This one, not January 22. That's just down the road by about 4 months. But this one here is definitely. This is where he would be going. Oh, my apologies. John Ritter and I were classmates in Hollywood High School, 1963. 66, and there's a remembrance going on for him in this few days, and John and I worked a few times together, him as an actor, myself as a stage tech, and we had always exchange good welcomes, warm handshake, and wishing ourselves each other great careers in our entertainment. That said, that's what little flash there on the right popped up, and shout out to John. I mean, he's been gone for a while, and it was a loss. So moving on. So the leaps, this is the leaps. Right there is that. So that's what this would be. What we're proving here is the DT strategy for a 90-day period with stops. That's the point. So these two are our anchors, and we're gonna wait. We're gonna see if they'll get stopped out. They won't get stopped out. They're gonna run their course until DTE. But we have come to a realization of learning, and a learning is what trading is about too. And that is this KR hit 10x right there. It hit 10x back on 8/17. So on 8/17, we had a 10x, and if we'd taken profit here, this would have been somewhere around $1,300. Or we could have gone and say, after 10x grew last bar low, 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 out. We would have been here out on the low of 46.32, and it would have been stopped out on August 24th, 2 trading days ago, 26, 25, well. So the point coming to is that we would have taken that profit off the table, and that profit would have knocked down the O by quite a bit, and we would have returned buying power back to the buying power. We would have got back our original trading account, which was approximately, well, 213, about almost 400, about $430 would have been returned back, plus the profit off that trade. So that is a learning experience. This is what the whole thing about the DTE, I jumped into DTE without doing any real heavy scientific research, other than the two traders that I know that are DTE traders. The gentleman from CBS, who I mentioned earlier, and a gentleman named Maurice, who came to visit at OTA. And he himself also, now he was 9 months. He was a 9 month plus trader. But the bottom line is that they're both in the same category. Maurice had already made a couple of million from trading under this education from OTA. So that's what's the plan. The plan is we're just going to wait it out. We'll see if it comes down, hits the 42.20, we're out and we'll be done with it and we'll move on. And if it doesn't, and it comes down, comes over close and come back up again, we'll see what happens. Let's go on to PG as the time is running out here. And on PG, we are now the PG. Remember, PG is stop is still here at the initial. Why? Because we did not clear enough space. That's going to have to be another set of rules as we're going to have to come in. When do we move off the initial to any other? This is the third ratio right there. And had we done a third ratio, take profit at third ratio, we would have been out here on 7:30. That's almost a month ago. We would have added this trade a month ago, picked up that profit, and then gone back into base. But because we are doing DTE, and then we're going to be settling on either 10x or DTE. And this is going to run, unfortunately, all the way till December, until these guys start producing some results. But these guys have been doing pretty good. And then look, the ones who are lagging behind, other than Telray, have been in very decent percentage numbers. Okay, our next one in positive territory is XLC. And here at XLC, our stop has already moved to the EPS. It's already been moved to the EPS, and if it comes down and takes us out, then you saw we had an EPS exit a couple of days ago on Bank of America, and we only lost $60 minus 12% loss, $60 in results. All right, that said, Telray we're going to jump into. YELP is sort of flatlining, and RTX joined the group. In addition to, we have an additional one here is Monster. Monster came up on the scanner today. We did have some money, and it qualified, and it's going to be a put. All right, so we'll be looking forward to see how that's going to work out. And our stop is at 97.90. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and conclude this report for today and move on to Telray. Let's do it. Thank you very much for stopping by and checking it out.